Hello everyone, this is Sheshe, and today I'm coming on to share with you a butterfly rosette. And it looks like this. Okay, we're going to make something like this, but not with the bow on it. It's going to look like the butterfly. Okay, here's another one that we're making. I have provided a template in a PDF form in the description box below this video. It gives some detailed instructions, but if you're a visual learner, I'm going to include the tutorial right now. So I hope this helps. Now, the way the template looks, you should fold your paper. It's going to be a 12-inch strip, and you fold it at the 6-inch mark. Then you use your template to trace out the pattern, but I'm going to show you how the pattern should look so that you cut it out correctly. When you cut out your pattern, it should look like this, okay? When you're tracing your pattern on the 6-inch, at the 6-inch mark, when you're folding it in half, it should go in the direction where it's folded. So when you have your pattern cut out on like a cereal box or something, it should be traced out like this, and you fold it in half right there, okay? And it should look like this. Okay, so I've already traced out my pattern on my 12-inch strip. I'm going to cut it out. And usually I've already had my, template and everything cut out, but I want to just make sure everyone understands where we're cutting. So I'm going to go slowly so everybody knows what we're doing and we're doing this correctly, because a couple times I did do it wrong and you can't fix your mistakes if you do it backwards by just gluing the two pieces together the right way. But your butterfly, it comes out okay, but it's best if you just keep the pieces connected. It's so much easier. So I'm cutting along the cut line like that, okay? So when you open it, this is how it should look, okay? Everybody got that? Alright, so once you do that, you're going to flip the design over where the straight edge is along the ruler line of your scoring board. If you don't have a scoring board, you can fold this by hand and try to fold it about 1/4 of an inch along the strip, okay, back and forth. So if you don't have a scoring board, that's what you can do if you don't have one, okay? Or you can use a roller and maybe a cushion pad and some type of styling tool that can also put score marks on your paper. So I'm going to flip this over so that it's easier for everyone to see where my score marks are, and I'm going to score this every 1/4 of an inch all the way down my strip. So if you've seen my other videos before, it's the same type of technique, but I'm just going to go slowly for those of you who have never seen a rosette done before. And I apologize if this video is long, but I want to make sure everyone understands how to make the butterfly rosette. It's different than the accordion fold butterfly. It's not the same. We're not using any wires to put this together. It's all connected with glue. So I'm just going to score this every 1/4 of an inch. I have the whole board so everyone can see everything, and I have plenty of time on my video, so I'm not going to be rushing to try to get this done in 15 minutes. So we're just going to keep scoring every 1/4 of an inch, and get this folded back and forth, just like you would, you know, do a normal rosette. Now normally I would, I guess I could speed up the video, but I'm not going to, because again, some people have never seen a rosette done before or a butterfly rosette done before. So after you've done this, you're going to fold this, and again, I apologize if I didn't say this. If you're going to use cardstock, it's harder to fold. I'm using regular scrap paper because it's easier to fold, but this is just a thinner weight and it's just easier to fold fast. So here I am folding back and forth like so, my paper. So it's really easy. You just fold it back and forth, just like in elementary school when you're doing the fans, when you're folding a fan. So that's how you do this particular butterfly, and then I'm going to show you, it depends on how you cut your paper and how you trace the paper out, how much of the strip you cut off, because there's tiny little pieces. So if you had like an extra piece, I put in my instructions to cut off 2 parts of it, but some people might not have to. It all depends on how much of this tip that you have on your strip. So if you have these small pieces like I do, you may not have to cut off that much. You may just need to cut off 1. But if you have little itty bitty tiny ends, you may have to cut off that little tiny itty bitty end. So I have a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut off just this one little piece. Okay, so that's only if yours look like mine, but if yours don't and you have a tiny corner, you may need to cut off 2 pieces like in my instructions. So I'm going to take some glue, just some regular glue. You will need hot glue. I do have the Tim Holtz mat, and I will be using that to glue my butterfly together. You can use a circle to hot glue, put the hot glue on the circle, and then glue it on if you don't have the Tim Holtz mat. But you know, everybody's different. I have it, so I'm going to use it. Okay, so I have these 2 ends. I put some glue right there so I can glue these 2 ends together after I cut off the one end. And I'm just going to let that dry while I'm getting my hot glue heated up. My hot glue gun's heating right now. So that is going to glue, and I'm just going to let that set while I get everything prepared. I have another butterfly that I've already scored. I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to cut this one off too, and do 2 at once. Okay. And we're going to just see how everything turns out. So I hope this turns out well for everyone, and I don't believe these are being sold in the store, but I thought I would draw out this pattern and make the butterfly template. So I have 2 going right now, and again, these are what they look like. Really pretty. You can decorate them however you wish. They don't have to look like mine. You can put lace on them. You can put flowers, bows, anything you want. So here I have my Tim Holtz non-stick mat. I like to use this when I'm using hot glue. I have some circles too for the back so that it looks clean. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. We don't need the scoring board anymore, so you can look up close what I'm doing. I apologize for my hot glue gun. It's a little gross. Okay, so I believe this was the first one. So what you do is just take it and start forming your butterfly. And just press it down and squeeze it together so it can start forming that butterfly. Sometimes you have to kind of get it going, like fold it, get all the folds together so it'll form like this, just to help it along so it won't rip or tear, but it will work. So I'm going to put a dollop of glue right on my mat. And then I'm just going to take my butterfly and just start setting it in that glue and pressing it and squeezing it together to form that butterfly so that it will form. Okay. And hopefully it will stay. And then you just have to hold it for a few seconds. You may have to work in some folds. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. And then it will like fan itself out to form the shape of the butterfly. You may have to add a little bit more glue as it's holding because the glue just didn't stay. I'm going to put a little bit more glue in here. Okay. Okay, I'm just holding it. And then that butterfly will fan out. All right. That's number one, and then we'll work on number two in just a moment. Alright, that one should stay. Still wants to, I want it to be a little bit tighter. As you can see, the butterflies forming. You may have to press down in the middle. Right here is where it began. Okay, that one should be good. Okay, so now we're going to work on number two. I'm going to pop this off the mat and then put the circle on the back. Okay, so my battery went dead and I'm not sure how much of the tutorial was recorded, so I hope that you guys were able to see the squeezing technique where I squeeze the butterflies together into the glue to form this shape. So this is what the butterflies look like after everything's all done. And all I'm going to do right now is just apply these roses, these handmade roses, which I know I owe you guys a tutorial, which I do plan to do very soon. I apologize for the delay. So I'm just going to apply these handmade tiny roses on here. And I did do the tutorial for these, but it was hard to see because these are such small flowers. So I'm going to see if I can try to record it again and so people can see what I'm doing, because it's just so hard to do these flowers. But this is how it looks once it's done. I love these this pattern of paper for this butterfly, but this is what it looks like. Here's that one. Here's another one I did. So here's some more. I love this pattern. I did a bunch of them. And I think I showed you guys these in the beginning. So give this a try. Try it with scrapbook paper because it's so much easier to score and fold. I did this one with cardstock and it's really stiff. So it works, but it's just hard. But anyway, give this a try. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or having a hard time, let me know and I'll do my best to answer your questions. PDFs in the description box below. Have fun, take care, share, like, and subscribe. Have a fabulous day.